Mr. Speaker, your 5 minutes to distinguished gentlelady from Texas, Ms. Jackson Lee.
The gentlewoman from Texas is recognized.
Let me thank the gentleman from New Jersey for his consistent leadership as he serves as chair and ranking member of a number of subcommittees on Homeland Security. He has been not only an effective manager here on the floor, but he has been a very effective member and effective leader on so many issues. I rise to support H.R. 4209 for my colleague and friend from Texas, Representative Pfluger. After years of service on the Homeland Security Committee and any number of times going to the border, I'd like to first describe and acknowledge that the southern border is many things. It is a lifeline to desperate people who are fleeing horrible, violent situations that include the decapitating of their sons and daughters, or their husbands and even wives, the violence of some of the oppressive states in Central and South America, where young boys are recruited right out of their homes for gangs, gang warfare, and those families are intimidated and frightened if they do not give their boys to these major gangs and cartels. We have had any number of series of the flow of massive influx of migrants from the region. Many may come out of desperation for economic reasons, but many come with credible fear. We expect that that may even occur as early as the next couple of months. I implore my colleagues to respond to that desperation in a unified, committed, and dedicated way of Democrats and Republicans reminding themselves that the Statue of Liberty may be in the New York shore, but people view this place as a refuge. As a resident of Houston, I can attest to the fact that Ukrainians, Afghans, Africans, Haitians, and yes, those from South and Central America and as far away as Southeast Asia are now congregating at the southern border. I too was in Del Rio when the massive movement of human beings flowed for desperate reasons. But this Cross-Border Tunnel Defense Act is what we need as it relates to the known cartels and persons who are desperate to do evil and to bring the goods that will destroy our young and others who are addicted into the United States. This is the way, and they have proudly said that we build tunnels with lights, air conditioning, and whatever manner to make them palatable to be able to block, if you will, our law enforcement from achieving their goals. As the first member of Congress to bring a human trafficking hearing to Houston that is known as the epicenter of human trafficking, this is a vital source or legislation to stop the scourge of human trafficking, of bringing young children and young women. We already know that at the Ukrainian borders in different countries that there is trafficking of young kids who are not killed by Putin, that they are trafficking children and women in that crisis situation. They have no moral compass. And so this bill that strengthens DHS efforts to identify and remediate illicit cross-border tunnels built and utilized by transnational criminal organizations and smugglers on the southwest border is crucial. And I particularly support the Secretary's direction to issue a strategic plan that addresses resource needs, including technology and staffing needs. And what is needed is $1 million in funding for fiscal years 23 and 24 to acquire material to remediate illicit cross-border tunnels. I have said that they have regular good living conditions in these tunnels because they're so extensive. But this material includes specialized concrete with enough viscosity to efficiently fill tunnels with fewer insertion points. We need to combine our efforts as we deal with the scourge of the violent cartels, bloody, guns, intimidating people, and of course, bringing in illegal entities and some that are human life into the United States. The southern border is quite different from the northern border, and we must provide the technology for those who are there. But as I make that point, Mr. Speaker, I do believe as well that we're never going to get anywhere as Americans We're never going to win in the fight on immigration, on migration, or refugees if we continue to stand in our individual corners. We have to face it. People view this as a beacon of light. You can try to snuff that out. You can try to turn the light off. You can try to tell them to go back. But they are entrenched with legacy history passed down that this is the place to seek opportunity and refuge. So I support the legislation. I thank the gentleman from Texas for his hard work. And I believe this is an important element to bipartisan commitment to securing our borders in the right way. And I thank him, and I thank the gentleman from New Jersey, and the chairman and ranking member of this full committee.